Right, so I am attempting to drive this to work, some 13, 14 miles. When I get my seatbelt, there we go. I left home this morning and had to go back. Thought I better bring my AA card just in case we break down. When I got back yesterday from the little drive, the previous video, I did notice we had a bit of a brake bind. It's quite a bit of a brake bind from the offside front. Offside front drum was very hot, so not only am I attempting a 4 times longer journey than I did yesterday, but I need to try not to use the brakes so much. Wish me luck. That's a good start. Always a good start when the solenoid goes. There we go. green. Red lights be green. We're going to have to brake. No, they're red. Oh, almost stopped. resurface it. Although I think when I drove home, when I brought the car home originally, I did. I'm gonna have to brake down here. This is a steep hill. temperature is, maybe about 12 degrees probably, something like that. Actually, I think my watch tells me. Yeah, 12 degrees. Quite pleasant. There's an old car museum here, Filching Manor. I believe it's closed to the public now, which is a shame. I remember going there when I was a little child. Rattling from the back is either the stuff I've got in the boot, which I don't think there's a lot that would make that sort of rattle. I think everything in there is too heavy, or I'm not sure if there's a seal around the boot lid, so I'm wondering if it's the boot lid that's rattling. Both easy enough things to fix. I've got to watch out for some big old bumps down this bit of road. Green. Look at that. That's the result. Railway lines up as well. Excellent. So if you watched my last video where I just was talking a little bit about the plans I have for this thing, it's not a lot. Sound deadening is definitely one of them. know this thing is never going to be a quiet car, quiet as like something modern, but it is quite loud. So we've got sound deadening. I want to put a little stereo in. I really want to tidy up the interior. This interior is arguably as bad as the outside. And I like the exterior being the way it is. But in here, we'll tidy this up a little bit. Just make it look a bit more presentable. Seats that I've got in the midget at the moment, which you haven't seen, it was one of the videos. I also want to change the seats in here. The seats I put in the midget, which you haven't seen because I lost the footage when my SD card decided it wanted to corrupt itself. But those seats I think would fit quite nicely in here. They're out of the MGF that I took the engine out of, that I still haven't put in the midget. So those seats I'd quite like to put in here. Change door cards, so those seats are green. Change the door cards, change the rear seats, because Morris did do green seats, so I want to get a set of green ones. I think they're a different shade of green, but they'll be better than faded red. I also need to put a seatbelt in the back for the little one. Right, but I'm not going down the dual carriageway. Not at 30-40 miles an hour. Probably not the best of ideas. Look at that. Didn't even have to stop. Nice. The road angels are with us today. Five-speed gearbox from an MX-5. It's not in keeping with the family, at least with a Rover K series. You're keeping in the family, but yeah. So they're kind of three options at the moment: keep original, K series, or MX-5. Let me know what you think in the comments. I would be interested to see what you guys think. Brake bind's not too bad as a result. She's not happy, not comfortable idling at this temperature. She's up to temp, so I've got to keep my foot on the throttle to keep her from cutting out. So we've got to tweak the idle a little bit. I think we're next. Ugh. Off we go. This is Stone Cross. I don't know if you can see in the camera. There's an old windmill over there. When I was primary school, I think we visited. I think it was that windmill we visited. Not that I remember it. Way too long ago. I suppose another option, fourth engine option, would be to do some mods to this thing. Yeah, twin carbs from a Triumph. The SUs, see if I can get a manifold that fits. So she's done well, having not done a long journey. To be honest, she's not done a long journey since I took her home a year and a half ago, maybe. I think the longest drive she's done since then was about 8 miles. So, and I know, you know, 14, 15 miles, whatever it is, isn't long, but it's long enough. It's long enough for something that may become a commuter car in the future. Especially if our British government keep going the way they're going, with tax increases and everything. Of course, free tax and MOT exempt, although this thing does normally get an MOT. It has expired, but I think I'll be putting another one on it. Just because the way she looks on the outside, she's probably a bit of a police magnet. So I'd quite like the police to stop. Well, I don't want the police to stop me. I'd quite like if the police stopped me to be able to go, hey, it's fully road legal, all MOT'd. Comment and let me know, because I would absolutely love to, because I'd actually quite like to know what you guys want to watch. If you want to watch more long drives in some of my cars, then that's what I'll do. If you want to see more of the mechanical stuff, if you want a bit of all of it, just let me know, put a comment below, and try not to stall. There we go, and I can do that. I'll do that. Aha, now we have to stop. See if we can stop and not have her cut out. We're off the pedals. While we're idling, I just want to show you this. So a lot of people have commented on my temperature gauge, and it's not in the ideal position. It's not in the head, it is in the top bottom radiator hose, which is definitely the wrong hose. Normally it sits around the sort of 60 mark, so I know that it is, so I'm holding the camera with, I know that it's I know that's about normal. So right now it's a little bit warmer than normal, but it is going down, so I'm getting a reading. I do want to put the temperature sensor into the thermostat, but I've got to go. There's a, put it back up there, there's a train. Yes, I want to put the temperature sensor back into the thermostat housing, or into the head. I need to modify the thermostat housing, or buy a new thermostat housing, because this engine doesn't have an outlet for it. Oh, the London train. So yeah, another thing to add to the list. That's more of a mechanical thing. Right, let's see one more time if we can. Oh, the joys of historic motoring. She idles quite well. Heater doesn't work. That's the other thing I need to fix. We have absolutely no heater, and I don't really know why. So that's another thing to add to the fix list before the winter, if I'm going to use this as a daily. Temperature's down to about 60 again, so it's going alright. It's working well. if you have, thank you very much. There we go. Yes, if you have made it this far, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Subscribe, and I will see you next time.